can I make par or better with every single club in my bag at the ninth hole at the old course at St. Andrews? I think this is going to be a crazy challenge, but I'm going to try to make par better with every single club in my bag from driver to 60 degree. And I think this is going to be difficult, but we're going to give it a shot. I am Justin Van Riper with Sim Golf Live, where I do live golf every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Join me here live. I'd love to hear from you guys and interact with you in the comments. Big shout out to X Golf, O'Fallon, Missouri. That's where I'm shooting this. The staff here is fantastic. X Golf, I believe, has the best simulators in the business. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with driver. We're going to start with driver. We're going to try to make par or better with every single club, driver to 60 degree in my bag on the same hole, ninth hole, iconic hole at St. Andrews. Let's go ahead and get started. So driver first. First, we're going to hit a driver, and then we're going to just work our way down the bag until we get to our 60 degree. So could be a really fun challenge. It's a iconic hole. I did purposely choose one that, it's a par 4 that's shorter. So I actually have to take a little bit off, I think, of this driver. Otherwise, I'm actually going to go long. So I'm going to try to take a little bit off driver. I do feel like this should be one of the easier clubs in the bag, at least at this yardage, because there is a decent chance I end up on the green. But let's see how many tries it takes me with each club. It'd be really cool if I could, only have a few extra tries total. Would be pretty incredible. But let's start out with driver, 290 yards. Let's go. Oh, I definitely took a lot off of that. That hit way off the top of the face. I don't think, honestly, the swing was that bad. I think I just had it teed up too high, hit it way off the top of the face. So this actually is going to be a little bit more challenging now. I can't say I've ever, which I'm kind of glad that happened, honestly, because that easily should have been, drivable, but hit it right off the top of the face. And so now we've got 64 yards. I've never hit a driver or tried to hit it 64 yards before. I really don't know how hard to hit this thing. I think I'm going to hit it kind of like a chip and see what happens. We got 64 yards. Remember, I have to use every club in the bag, and I only get to use one club per attempt. So we're taking a driver from 64 yards. I have no idea what's going to happen here. That was not even close to enough. This is very interesting. I've never done a challenge like this before. And so this could take more attempts than I originally thought it was going to, because I really thought it was a good chance I was on the green, and then that'd be a very easy par at that point, being on the green on a drive on a par 4. Okay, we got to hit this one harder, that's for sure. Still got a shot, though. We can still get this up and down. Now we've got 48 yards. Go, go, go. Still ended up short. Okay, so the rule is, unless I'm on the green, so I am going to use my putter. I'm going to use the putter on the green. I just don't know how the simulator is going to pick up like a 60 degree trying to putt that. So I am going to putt. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to hold this one out. So definitely have to hit it further than I was realizing. That's 2 times now in a row with the driver that I've ended up way short. Okay, well, that's not going to get it done. Probably could have made that for bogey, but that's attempt number 1 with the driver. We're going to try to do it again. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay, so we can switch over pretty easily like that. Let's try that again. I'm going to tee this one lower. Actually, I thought this was going to be one of the easiest clubs. If you joined me on the last live, I would be using a 5-wood after this. That's my next club down in my bag. I don't have a 3-wood. I would be using 5-wood, and it broke. It broke on the live. So we're going to be going to 5-iron after this. All right, let's try to hit a much better drive. All right, that should be pretty good. I think that should be on the green. Try to take a little bit off of there. There we go. So we're on the green. Like I said, I am going to go ahead and putt with my putter. So even if I'm on the fringe, if I'm just on the fringe, off the green at all, I'm going to use the actual club. But I just think that it's going to be pretty difficult for the simulator to like pick up putts with clubs that are not putter. So I'm really not too concerned with trying to make this. Just want to nestle it up there. It's about playing like about 51 feet. Wouldn't mind an eagle though. That'd be fun. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Ooh, way too much pace. Okay, well, it's not a gimme, I guess, that I'm gonna, par this. I did turn off the gimmies. Usually it's 7 feet because the simulator can struggle a little bit to pick up putts that are less than that. But I'm actually gonna try this with no gimmies and make it like a really legitimate challenge. And we'll see how that works. I don't know how like a 6-inch putt is going to do, to be honest, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna hit this about 12 feet. Okay, there we go, birdie. So we birdied it on the second try. Should have done that on the first, but we went ahead with two attempts at that. So we're gonna have to go back to the hole every time. We're gonna use the same hole. Gonna try to par or better with every club in my bag. So now we're gonna move on to the 5-iron. So 5-iron. I don't know what the best strategy here. If it's like to try to hit the first one like short and give myself like a normal yardage. For my second, like a normal 5-iron distance. I don't know if that's the play or not. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and just kind of try to rip this and see where we go. I have not taken, so normally I have a little bit more time and I can take a few warm-up swings. I have not hit a single iron. So when I hit this is gonna be my first contact with an iron all day. So we'll see what happens. It could be interesting. Pushed it a little to the right, struck decently. Definitely not my best strike by any means, but it was struck okay. So we got it down there about 210 yards. Off to the right, though, so we got 92 left. This is a really fun challenge because, this is stuff that I never typically do. First hole, I had a driver from like 60-some yards. And now we're taking a 5-iron from 92, a club that's usually like a 220 club. We're going to take it from 92 yards. Okay. So the nice thing about this, St. Andrews, like we can run the ball up. There's really nothing in front of the green. So I'm going to try to, kind of hit this low and run it up there. Go, 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 go. Okay, so I am so far on my approach shots when I'm hitting a club that goes a lot further than the yardage I have into the hole. So far, I've like drastically underestimated how hard to hit them. I'm taking way too much off. So now we got 37 yards. Sit. And now that one's way long. Okay. So I believe that is for par. So we got a shot at it. We have a chance. Got to putt. Got to hold this one out from 38 feet. 38 feet. It's not breaking too much, breaking a little bit to the left. I think we'll go right about there. This is a downhill putt now. So probably going to play this like maybe, oh man, and after the hole. Well, it doesn't really matter. This is our putt for par. So we don't need to worry about the next one. It does look like from where I'm putting, right after the green, it's just straight downhill. So this could barely have any pace when it gets to the hole and still end up way past. So normally this would be a very difficult putt to try to get close, but we don't have to worry about that because this is for par. So we just got to try to hold this and not really care about the next shot. Probably 34 feet or so is how I'm going to hit this. That's not 34 feet. That's short. The downhill did make it get there. So that actually was fantastic pace. Unfortunately, we did not get there. So we're going to try take number 2 with the 5-iron. Start it over. Okay, so we took 2 tries with the driver. Now we're on try number 2 with the 5-iron. So I really wasn't sure what to expect with this challenge. First time doing it, realizing that I have to take a lot more club than I realized. I take a lot more club than I realized on my second shots. Going right again, that's just not a good strike. Not a good strike there. But honestly, we have nothing in between us and the green. Yeah, I don't think that bunker on the left should come into play. So just got to hit this harder now. 100 yards, place about 105 yard shot. Go, 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 go. Hey, it's on the green. We needed that. I didn't really want to have to chip with that. So that's huge. Now we can 2-putt. But it does look like, I mean, it's a pretty dicey green. So this is definitely no guarantee. And this is going to play like a 60-foot putt. We're basically playing this as a 60-foot putt. So definitely not and I have no gimmies. So I'm going to have to put it out. And we've got 60 feet. All right, try to put this close. I think that's well short. Oh, man. Leaving myself tester. I really thought once we got on the putting surface, we were going to be good. Luckily, this is a pretty darn straight putt. I think I just have to hit this straight, make sure I give it enough pace. It is uphill again. Last one was uphill, and I didn't give it enough. I'm going to hit this probably about 13 feet to make sure. Yeah, about 13, 14 feet. Make sure we get it there. All right. Yes. All right. We got our par. So far, it's taken 2 shots on driver, 2 shots on 5-iron. We did actually birdie with the driver, which was nice. Go back to hole 9. Now we're going to do 6-iron. See if we can hit a better one. So obviously this is going to play pretty similar to what the 5-iron did. Just, obviously it typically doesn't go quite as far. All right, finally had a better strike. Okay, stay out of the rough though. I don't know, that's iffy. I think that's going to be in the rough. Unfortunately, that is in the rough. Just barely. But this is the same yardage pretty much that we had on the last shot, the approach with the 5-iron. but this one's coming from the rough, so we got to hit it a little bit harder. Go ball. All right, we're going to be chipping with it again. I think that rough really slowed that one down. Slowed that one down quite a bit more. Should have given it more. So now we've got 34 yards. If we can get this, I mean, anywhere on the green, obviously, we've got a shot to put it in. But if we can get this within, I mean, even like 15 feet, I'm going to feel pretty good about our chances of parring it. Sit, sit, sit. Okay. I will take that. That's not bad. Not bad. Especially since, you know, I'm not usually chipping with a 6-iron. Now we do have a little bit of a tricky 8-footer. It's breaking quite a bit. I'm going to put this decently far out to the right. And I think, honestly, I'm going to hit it with a pretty good amount of pace to take a little bit of the break out of it. But I do have it aimed still like 0.7 feet to the right. Next putt doesn't matter. So got to hold this. Doesn't matter if we go long. Yes. What a big putt. What a big putt. All right, par. So that was one attempt with the 6-iron. If somebody wants to keep track of how many total attempts, or maybe just like total misses, total times I don't get it, I think right now we're at 2. I've taken 2 extra tries. That'd be awesome if we could figure out exactly how many extra tries it's taken us. But yeah, right now we are at 2 extra. It would be fun to try to do this challenge, and you know, as long as it's set up on a doable hole, to try somehow to, you know, have no extra tries, do everyone in first try. That would be extremely difficult. We obviously already have 2 extras, but you know, maybe later down the road, we'll see. All right. Pretty good strike. Decent strike with the 7. Maybe not. Guess that went way shorter than I thought it would. But we got it down there at 180. It's not too bad. Got 111. So we got a little bit more than we have on our last couple, but we got a little more of a lofted club. Tendency has been to end up short. So let's try to get this one there. Go ball. Go, go, go. All right. Okay, cool. So we got a birdie putt. It'd also be nice to have a couple birdies here. 7-iron generally is like my go-to favorite iron, so I would not be surprised, or I'm not surprised that the result is pretty good on it. I think we're going to put it, we just need 2 putts. I think right there, I don't know, that might even be too much. I don't think it's going to break very much. So we got a little bit out to the right. I think it's right there. It's uphill putt. Probably need to play this about 31 feet. Go, go. Oh, okay. Now we're going to see how it reads on a really short putt like this. So this is a whopping 1 foot, and it's a little downhill too. So this would be interesting. Really hoping that we could have just made that last one, or honestly even given ourselves like 5 feet. We'll see how this reads. Okay, got it. One thing I've noticed on the really short putts, you actually have to give it a little bit more than you'd think. So I made sure I hit that 1 footer, probably more like, you know, 3 or 4 feet. And that seemed to work pretty well. So that was awesome. So we, on the 7-iron only took us 1 try. Now we are going to move to 8. We currently have 2 extra shots that we've taken. The challenge where I'm trying to make par or better with every single club in my bag, driver down to 60 degree. And I can only use that like one club per hole until we get to the green, trying to make par or better. We now are down to an 8-iron. So there is going to be a point where when I'm at like 60 degree and stuff, I'm not going to be able to reach in 2. So it's going to get more challenging. 8-iron. This shouldn't be too bad of a club. 8-iron here. All right, that should give us pretty similar distance to last time. I'm gonna guess that's 110, 115, 118, 118. All right, so you can see our approach shots are getting a little bit further back with every club. Now we got 118. Got to hit this like 118. Try not to end up short. Oh, that's drawing. Go ball. I think we got helped. So we are going to unfortunately be chipping that. Didn't quite get there. That got helped by not having any spin. It kind of ran out a little bit further. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Just a bump and run with the 8-iron. Shouldn't be too bad. At 24 yards. Go. That was a weak effort. Weak. All right. Well, we got to hit a 17-footer. Ew, man, this has got a decent amount of break too. Not the easiest putt. Okay, we're gonna try that. A little uphill. Pretty difficult putt, honestly. This would be really nice if I could hold this and keep the last 2 attempts at 1 try. Or does that be the last 3 at 1 try, I think, if I made this. All right, I'm gonna hit this like 19, 20 feet. Next putt doesn't matter again. This is for par. Par or bust here. Oh, par or bust, and it was a bust. That was so close. I can't believe that missed. That was such a good putt, I thought. Barely missed it. So trying that one again with the 8-iron. Oh, that was tough. That was for 3 in a row on first try. So this is now our 3rd extra attempt total. We've got 8-iron. Oh, man, that was tough. Barely missed that par putt. Oh, that's way left. Uh-oh. That might hit cart path. That could be OB. That's just going to go straight down the cart path. Look at that thing go. I think that might be hazard, though. It is hazard. All right. Well, we are in a lot of trouble then. My only chance here is I got to do the drop area. I've got to do the closer one. And somehow we have to try to find a way to put this on the green. So the tricky thing about St. Andrews is it looks pretty open. It looks like there's not, a lot of big trees. There's not a lot of water, all of that stuff. But they have hazard areas in places that you wouldn't expect. I played this course and had a drive. It was like a drivable par 4. In fact, I think it was on this hole, and I was barely left of the green, like right up by the green, just left of it, and somehow it was a hazard. So it's sneaky with the hazards here. All right, we got to find a way over all these trees. I think I'm going to try to open up the club face, hopefully get a little more height on it, somehow try to find a way to get up and down from 110 yards in the rough. This is going to be a really tricky one. Well, I got it up. I don't think that's going to get there, though. Okay, so got to chip in. Got to chip in. The 8-iron has been a little bit of a challenge here. Okay, come on. 8-iron. Let's see if we can make some magic. Make some magic happen. Oh, I hit that obviously way too hard. I didn't think I hit it that hard, but that is going to be. I knew I couldn't end up short. I had to like give it a run. Unfortunately, we failed that time with the OB tee shot. Really lost it there on the OB tee shot. We're going to aim this one a little bit further right. So some of the comments can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a extra try number 4 total throughout all the clubs I've used so far. I think this is extra try number 4. Okay. So I did a better one this time. That was a poor tee shot on the last. Well, that was another poor one, and that has a ton of spin. Well, the good news is we might be a normal 8-iron distance out. Let's see. Not quite. I thought maybe we'd kind of luck out and just have like I'd be able to hit a normal 8-iron. I'm definitely gonna have to take a decent amount off of this, but all in all, it's not a bad yardage for me. So that might have been a little bit of a blessing in disguise there. That sounded weird. Go, ball. Go. We keep ending up just short. I'd love to be able to putt these instead of having to chip them. But we're still definitely not out of it. In fact, I would say it's more likely than not we are going to get our par here. Just got to chip this close. It's 25 yards. Let's chip it close. It's got to go. All right, we got a tester. I think that's what happened on the first 8-iron attempt is I had a around this range, maybe a little bit further. But the nice thing about this one is it is a much easier putt. A lot easier putt here than we had the last time. So hopefully we can make this. It's a little bit uphill. I'm going to play this about 15 feet. Got to make this. Next one doesn't matter. Next one does not matter. 15 feet. Knock it in. Oh, no. What a bad putt. Straight putt, and I just pulled it like crazy. All right, so this 8-iron is giving us a little run for our money here. Back to the 8. Another try with the 8. I'd love to get past this club. I think it's bad luck at this point. So what is that? I think this is extra attempt number 5 now. Sorry, it's really hard to kind of keep track of all this and be talking through, but somebody can let me know in the comments, make sure my count is right. But I think this is extra attempt number 5. Not my best strike again. I really got to figure out my irons have not been great recently. Yesterday, I even did a challenge where I was hitting a lot of irons and ended up with a good score, but it was mostly just because the short game was fantastic. Just trying to figure out how to strike irons better. 140 here. I think I'm hitting that right off the I think that was maybe even Hazel. Go ball. All right, yes, we're on the green. All right, so now we just have to two putt. That was not a great strike there, but I'm happy to be on the green. Got a major uphill putt here. Major up. Majorly up and very long. I actually don't think this is doing a whole lot. Looks like at the very beginning it's breaking slightly right. At the very end it's breaking a little bit left. It might go just ever so slightly overall to the left. It's kind of how I'm going to play it. It's way uphill. I mean, I got to smash this. This is definitely no gimme two putt. I got to hit this probably 72 feet. 72. Oh, and I chunked it. Keep going, ball. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Maybe if I would have hit it, you know, if I wouldn't have chunked it, which is a little bit easier to do on those really long putts because you're trying to get, it's obviously a bigger stroke and it's a lot more common to chunk it. But if I hadn't chunked it, it's a chance I would have went way long. All right, come on, let's try to knock this in. I'm ready to be done with the 8-iron. 7 feet is how I'm going to play this. Oh, right in the center of the cup, right in the center, and bounces out. Oh, so we're going to do 8-iron again. Oh, that's brutal. I obviously hit that with too much pace, but I thought that was going to, I didn't want to leave it short. It was a little uphill. Thought we were going to be okay. And now we're going back. Going back to the 8-iron. Back to the 8. Oh, that's tough. That is a tough one to take. Bounced completely out. I am losing track now. Is this 6? Is this my 6th extra attempt? Like I said, if somebody can help me out in the comments, if you've been keeping track, I'd appreciate it. I know I did one extra with the driver, one extra with the 5-iron, and then I think 6 and 7 were first try, and I don't know how many this has been now on 8-iron. Maybe this is 6 extra, something like that. Let's try to hit a good one. I don't know why that's curving so much. That was, I thought, a pretty good strike. That one felt a little bit better than some of the other ones have. I've been getting this yardage a lot. So 141. Just trying to figure out what I'm doing with my irons right now. Gotta strike this better. Oh, it's got too much spin. It did strike that one a lot better, but it had a lot of spin. Okay, got to get up and down. Obviously, I had to take something off that. I took a little bit too much. I did strike it well, at least. It had good spin on it. It's a good strike. I've been ending up short on these, so I try to give it a little bit more. Probably play this 26, 27. I don't like this 8-iron. I think I'm about to throw it away. Tell you what, it is definitely not my lucky club. 7-iron, I knew was going to be a good one, and we got that in the first try, and now we are just stuck on this 8-iron. Stuck. Okay. Another putt at it, but it is quite the difficult putt. It's quite a bit downhill. Got a decent amount of right to left break to it. Got to hit this probably 37 feet or so. Let's try to make this. Make a long one. Be done with this club. And short. Nope, not short actually. Technically would have got there, but didn't put enough break in it. Another try with the 8 iron. 8 iron has been my nemesis. So now I want to say this is extra attempt number 7. Extra attempt number 7. Just so you guys know, I'm just doing this, messing up on purpose for the content. Normally I would have just ran through this and in one try, with every club, but it's for the views. Make this video a little bit longer for you guys. It's definitely not that I'm, an amateur who's mishitting his shots. Definitely couldn't be that. All right. Got it down there. Probably going to have a pretty similar distance again. Oh, a little bit less this time even. 133. 133. Take a little bit off this. I've been taking too much off. Just try not to take that much off. Go. All right. That one felt a little bit better. I tried to hit that a little punchy. I will take that. 21 feet. I will absolutely take that. So now to finally be done with the 8 iron, we just have to 2-putt this. Just got to 2-putt it. And of course, when we really don't need to make this one, like we have 2 putts on it, of course, this one is like basically dead straight. It might break just ever so slightly to the left, but I just really want to kind of cozy this up there. 25 feet or so is how I'll play it. Oh, this 8 iron, I'm telling you, obviously I'm putting here, but I think there's something with the 8 iron that's just been bad luck. So, if anybody wants a 8 iron, I've got one for sale. All right, we've got 0.4 feet. So this could be tricky. I'm telling you, on this simulator, it could be tricky, but let's try to see what we can do. All right, whew. I honestly thought that might stop short. I really did, but luckily it was like so short that didn't have to worry about it. All right, so we finally completed the 8 iron. Finally completed the 8 iron. We're moving on to 9. And honestly, when we get down to these wedges, it's going to be a pretty difficult challenge, I think. So probably should have done a little bit better with, like an 8 iron. That shouldn't even have been too hard of a club, honestly. That should have been one of the easier ones, I would have guessed. Oh gosh. Get up, get up. Oh, I don't know if I'm able to reach this. This is going to be iffy because it's in the rough. So 159 is normally not a bad 9 iron club, but it's in the rough. So this is probably 175 or more. So we do actually have to hit this pretty well. It's not going to get there, I don't think. But it's not too bad. Roll, ball. Roll, roll. Tried to do a little bit of my draw swing there to get a little extra distance, but just didn't strike it quite cleanly enough. But we can get up and down from here. And 9 iron. Get up and down. Sit, 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 sit. Poor effort. Poor effort again. I've really been chipping a lot with my 60 degree, and I'm not hitting the other chips, the more bump and runs, well at all right now. 9 iron shouldn't have been too hard of a club to bump and run, but that was not a good one. Not a good one there. All right. It's going to be downhill. I've got this aimed way out to the right. It's actually 1.7 feet out to the right. Substantially out. Going to break a decent amount. Downhill. Hit this about 20 feet. Next putt doesn't matter. For par. Move on to the next club. 20 feet. It's got to go. It's got to go. Yes. Yes. Ooh, I think if that putt would have been like 0.1 feet further, I'm not sure it would have got there. I mean, that thing was about to stop. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, that was nice. So only one try on the 9-iron. What did I say? I believe it's 6 total extra tries right now. That was 9-iron. We are moving on to pitching wedge. So we're starting to get to the point where it's going to be pretty difficult to reach into. And something I'm just now realizing is when I get to my lower clubs, I'm not going to be able to reach the fairway. I don't believe. I really don't think I'm going to be able to reach the fairway. So that 60-degree could be a real big challenge. I'm going to have to try to close the face. I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but that one could be tough. Really try to crush that. All right, go ball. It's got a lot of backspin. Okay, it got to the fairway though, barely. All right, 148. I really hit that last one pretty well, just slightly thin, but I mean, I smoked that. Try to hit a good one here. Maybe we can get up there and get on. Oh, I don't know. Not sure where that came from. That nasty draw. Oh, don't be. See, that's the stuff that. Okay, it's honestly bunker is better because I think the rest would. I think that honestly would have been hazard, and that's a great view. So I guess the camera angle is behind, so that tree shouldn't actually be in my way. If you look over there, the tree is right here, the bunker's right here, and then the green's right there. So this shouldn't actually come into play, but it's in a 50% bunker, so I have to hit this about 60. 65. We're going to try to open up the face a little bit. 65-yard shot. Well, not enough, but not the worst. Still going to have quite the tester for par. Just made a tough one on the last putt. Let's try to do the same here. This is going to break a ton. I have this 2.5 feet out to the left side. 2.5 feet, a little bit more than that, actually. Slightly uphill, 28-foot putt. Next putt doesn't matter. Let's try to hold this for par. Very difficult putt, but I'd love to find a way to hold this. 28 feet. Break. I either needed to hit it with a little bit less pace or just, not have it breaking as much, because it did get past the hole, I guess, on the break. It went past it, but just didn't match speed and line. All right, so we're going to try it again with the pitching wedge. And then, honestly, it's going to be a challenge when we get down to 55, 60 degree. That's going to be tough. Put the line about right there. Hopefully hit. I really liked my first pitching wedge last time. It's thin, but I mean, it's almost identical to the last one. In fact, it's a little bit further. thinned it. Not too bad though. So now we got 147. Let's just hope we hit a better approach shot than we did last time. I don't know how that thing hooked like crazy. Let's try it again. All right, that should be pretty good. Oh no, go! And it's got a ton of spin. Oh, thought for sure. I'm like, well, that should be pretty good. We're gonna. I mean, I thought that was gonna be within like 20 feet. I really did. It had a lot of spin, but geez, I thought I struck that better than that. All right, try to get up and down. Sit, 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 sit. Get it. Yeah. Oh, that bounced, hit the pin. That literally hit the pin and didn't drop. But we only have 0.4 left, so hopefully we can make this putt. Man, that would have been cool to hold that out. That had way too much pace. So I'm not gonna lie, that would have gone, substantially past. I don't know how much. I don't think it would have rolled out, anything like insane, but that definitely had too much pace. Got saved by the flag stick. Guess I can't complain too much about it not dropping. So now we just gotta hit this one in. All right, there we go. Yes, moving on to the next. So I think that pitching wedge took 2 tries. I believe I said, guys, I don't know if I have this 100% accurate, but I think we've had 7 extra tries. I think this number could be really, those 7 tries could be a lot more in the near future because it's going to be really hard to get a 60 there. Okay. Now we got a 50 degree. This is pretty crazy challenge, pretty difficult. 50 degree. Try to smoke it down there. I mean, that's as far as I can hit that 50. And it didn't even somehow have any spin. So that helped us out. I'm not going to complain that it didn't register a ton of spin on that. So this could actually be reachable now. I didn't think I was going to be able to get there in 2, but we might be able to do it with a 50. Oh no, that might work out. Sit. It's got a lot of spin. Oh man, sometimes most of the time golf is not kind to you and it's very difficult. So you'll catch the good breaks when you get them. I bladed that, I thinned that like crazy. Somehow it still had a lot of spin, came out really low, went further than it normally would by a pretty substantial margin, but it had a lot of spin and stopped it. So that was pretty nice. Not going to complain about that. So now we've got 13 feet. Big breaker. Big breaker. We've got this 1.3 feet out to the right. But this is pretty nice. I mean, we could literally not just, I mean, the challenge is par or better, but we could birdie this. So birdie almost a 300-yard hole with only using a 50 degree. That could be pretty nice. A little downhill, 12 feet. It's got to go. Sit. Okay. All right. Would have loved to make that, but, this challenge is about pars. And, we've used plenty of mental bandwidth on the rest of it. So, I'm not chasing birdies too much. Let's just try to knock this in, tap it in. There we go. Tapped it in. Another par. So that was one attempt with the 50. I really thought that was going to take more. That's awesome. So now we move, we're getting lower and lower on distance here. All right. So now we have a 55 degree. This is going to be hard. And then the 60 is going to be really hard, I think. I'm just not sure how we're going to get it there. I think we're going to have to, it's going to be 3 shots in most likely. Let's just, try to get ourselves pretty close with the 60 and the 55 and give us a shot at putting a chip shot close enough that we can hole out for par. Oh no. Oh no. That might be hazard. You know what I didn't think about? Oh, rough. Okay. Whew. We got rough. So we're not completely out of it. We're not in good shape, but we're not completely out of it yet. But I didn't think about not being able to reach a fairway and it potentially being hazard. So I'm really glad that was not hazard, or else we would, I don't know what we'd do on this challenge with these lower clubs, higher lofted clubs. Try it again. Go ball. Go, 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 go. So that was coming out of the rough. So it lost quite a bit of distance. I really tried to crush that, and it still just lost quite a bit. Honestly, though, this is a pretty good yardage. Now, we do have to get this up and down, but that'd be an awesome par on the 9th hole at St. Andrews, famous hole. It'd be an awesome par if 300-yard hole if I can use only a 55 and hit my first tee shot like 70 yards and somehow find a way to par it. That would be a nice comeback here. Nope. All right, we're gonna have to chip in. Oh gosh, so that one had crazy spin. So some of the other ones weren't registering that much. That had almost 15,000 spin. So we got a hole out from 44 yards. All right, gonna be tough. I mean, that's a good shot. That's a really good shot from 44 yards. I normally wouldn't complain with that, but I had to hold that out. All right, try it again. Did not even need the putter that time because by the time we finally got to the green, we were putting for bogey. I'm gonna have to hit some of these balls in. I think we're gonna run out. All right, let's try this again with the 55. Extra attempt number 8, maybe? Who knows? Thinned it. That could work. Oh, it's got to get out of that bunker. I needed about 2 more yards to clear that bunker. But honestly, even at 80%, there is a big lip, so I think I have to get this up fast. We could still, though, leave ourselves with a decent yardage. First goal was getting it out of there, so I opened up my face and just tried to hit it really high. I was really worried it was going to hit the face of the bunker. Okay, 100 yards. 100 yards about on this one. Shank. All right, so we're going to finish this one out. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's not looking likely that we're going to par it here. I completely shanked that, literally hit that off the hosel. We got 57 yards in the bunker. I don't even know. This is going to play 80 or something. I don't know, something like that. All right. I really didn't have a whole lot of focus on that one, to be honest, because I knew we had that lip to deal with, that bunker lip, and we had to hole out. So I didn't think it was going to happen. All right, try again on the 55. We've got 60 after this. That's going to be even harder. Maybe I can try to like hood this face down. It's going to be really hard not to go way left if I do that, though. But we're going to aim way right and try to decrease the loft by hooding the face down. That might be hazard. Might be hazard. Oh, rough. Okay. All right. In the rough. It's going to take some distance off of it. That's all right. We don't need to crush this. So that, let's see where that gives us. What kind of yardage do we have? 107. Okay, not a bad yardage. I was trying to give myself somewhere close to a full swing. It's got to go, I think. No, it's got very little spin. Yeah, it does still got to go. Still got to go. All right, we finally have a putt at it. It's not an easy one, but we finally have a putt. I don't usually, I'm not trying to hit my 60, 50 degree. I'm not usually trying to hit those things for distance. They're usually, 80 yards and in. So it's quite the challenge to try to hit a club try to hit a wedge that far. So we've got pretty substantial uphill putt. Need to play this about 38, good amount of break to the right, 38 feet. Way too much pace. All right. Honestly, not putting very well either. I am thinking with every putt, though, I'm like, in my head, if it's 4 par, I'm just thinking, hey, make sure you get it there. That's the most important thing, is just make sure you get it there. And so that's part of the reason. But I putted really well yesterday, and I have not been putting that well today. Really would have loved to save that for par and move on to the next. See how high that thing went? Well, we're basically in the same spot we were last time. Basically in the same spot. Just got to hit a closer approach shot. All right. Should be a little closer distance than the last time. 89. Okay. 89. So I do have to take something off this, but let's try to get this close. Nah, so bad. Tell you what, didn't know what this challenge was going to be like, and I can tell you when you're actually doing it, it is very frustrating. It's a very frustrating challenge. All right, 33 yards, knock it in. Nope, it's not going to get there. Chunked it a little bit. Not a terrible shot for most of the time. I've got to hit a better approach shot. So the last 2 attempts at it, I could have got up and down. Now, granted, that is like a birdie, like a normal birdie. So, it's not a like easy up and down, obviously, from 110 yards or 90 yards. Not easy, but I would have really liked to get one of those. Try to hood the face again. Saved it. Go ball. In the rough. That's about all we can do with this club. So you've seen the same thing multiple times. It's about all we can do. Feels weird, like not even having a chance of reaching the fairway. All right, got another decent yardage, I would say, at it. Where are we at? 106. 106. So really shouldn't be a bad club. Shouldn't be a bad club for this yardage. Sit. No, actually, go. Take that back. That might be, it's a little bit short. All right, 23 feet. And after this, we've got the 60 degree. So, oh gosh, I need to stop believing it with this putt. This is such a difficult putt. Should probably try to plan accordingly for the putt. I'm not sure. I can't remember now where is like a straight putt. I don't think you want to go left or right of it. Okay. Try to hit this one a little bit better. Come on. 24 feet. 24 feet. Not gonna do it. I really need to make some of these putts. Like if I'm gonna give myself a par opportunity, which has been rare with this 55, I gotta be able to convert on one of these putts. That's probably the thing. I mean, I would obviously like to be hitting my approach shots closer, but I might be most frustrated with the putting. I've completely lost count of how many attempts this has taken now, guys. So I don't know if anybody out there is counting, but I've lost track. Just trying to make it through at this point. I feel like I'm striking the ball so much better on my tee shot or even the next shot. And then when I get to the approach, I'm not hitting it well at all. All right. Tried to hit that a little bit softer, but I didn't have spin. So that went a little further than I wanted. I wanted a little bit more of a full shot here. I aim this a little bit right. All right, let's do this. Get it close. 102 yards. I'm really not doing well with taking a little bit off of the club. So I'm almost better maybe if I leave myself a further shot in or I somehow get it like way closer. I don't know. We might have to do something different because this is not working. Fortunately, we got a hole out. Gotta make this chip shot. That's not going to do it. Not a bad shot. I mean, it was really good distance control, but pulled it to the left. Probably should have focused a little bit more on that. I was frustrated about not hitting it on the green, and I mean that was makeable. It wasn't great chance, but there was a chance. Probably should have focused up a little bit more on that. Let's try it again. 55. Oh man, we got 60 after this. Maybe 60 will actually like 3 full 60s will be like perfect distance or something. Could be the case. Maybe I try to just, I'm not going to hit this as far. Just going to bun it up there. Well, I don't think that's going to be enough. What do we got? Oh, 137. Yeah, I'm not getting it there. I tried a little different strategy. Wanted to give myself a fuller shot in, but that's not going to work. Oh, I did thin it, but that's got way too much spin. Gonna try chipping again. Or pitching, I guess at this point. It's not really a chip. We're pretty 40 yards away. All right, let's get lucky. 40 yards. Break. This is a really good shot. I mean, I'll take 3 feet from 40 yards all day long, but unfortunately, that means we are doing it again. All right, we're actually over an hour already. I thought, what's funny is when I went into this, I was like, man, this could be a really short video. We're already over an hour and we haven't got to the 60. Gotta figure out a way to get this done. And I think it just skied. Let's see what we got. 180. Okay. Do I try to like crush this? The last time I ended up way too short. I think I am going to try to just hit it hard. See how high that thing goes? It's crazy. All right. So, struck those well. So that was from the rough. That's why it didn't go further, but those were good strikes there. Now we got 88. 88. I'm aiming a little to the right. I've been pulling this club. It is funny because now, like every time I step over this approach shot where I know I have to get it up and down, every time I step over it, I'm like a little nervous. Like, oh, if we don't get this, I got to do it all over again. Please be good. Oh, that should be great. Spin back in the hole. Oh, that spun back too much. That landed like a foot away from the pin, and I was like, oh, spin back in the hole, and it spun back like 12 feet. Now we've got 10 and a half. I mean, that was a great shot. I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that, but shoot. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice and not give myself somewhat of a tricky little uphill putt. Got to get it there. 13 feet. 13 feet. Come on. Yes, we finally got done with 55. That was an awesome approach shot. That would have been really cool if that thing holed out. It landed like a foot from the pin and just ripped back like 12 feet. That was awesome. Last club, finally. Let's go. Let's see if somehow we can take this 60-degree and just do it in one attempt. it is possible that, oh, wrong hole. I want to make sure we're doing the same hole. Famous ninth hole that's drivable typically on at St. Andrews. Drivable par 4 ninth hole. A lot of historic shots here. But yeah, it's typically like a drivable hole. A lot of British Opens played at St. Andrews. Okay, we got a 60-degree. Maybe like 3 good whacks at it will be perfect. Perfect distance, maybe. Go ball, go, go, go. All right, pretty good, pretty good. It is really funny to hit a drive, like 100 yards, not even 100 yards, and anyway, 100 yards about, and be like, oh, that was pretty good. It's a weird feeling. All right, smoke this, smoke the next one. Here we go. Okay, we got 2 of 3 done. Go, ball. Go, go, go. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, 118. That's going to be a long ask. So I think we really got to like smoke 3 of these to have a chance. I don't think we're getting this there. Oh, I did thin it. But it got way too much spin because I thinned it. I was hoping the thin would make it go further, but it was spinning like crazy. I think that said it was almost 15,000 spin. All right, so the first attempt at the 60. Now we got a hole out. This is the club I would normally use for this. Aim just a touch to the right. That's probably too much. Touch to the right. 35 yarder. Boo. Poor shot. Chunked it. Really poor. That was highly unlikely to hole out from that distance anyway, but it would have been nice to hit that better. All right, try her again. 60-degree. Only a 60 from almost a 300-yard hole. Trying to make par or better. St. Andrews, hole 9. 60-degree only. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have to absolutely smoke this next one to even have a shot of trying to get there. It's coming out of the rough too, so it's not going to go as far. I wonder if I can purposely like try to really thin this. Maybe we try that. I was like trying to literally hit it like off the blade. So we got roughly no chance at getting it this time. 140. I don't know. Maybe we hit it up there. Who knows? Chip in. That's kind of what I was trying to do. Oh, if that just would have been to the right, that might have went on the green. Might have actually had that. So that might be the strategy. It's such a thin mark to hit because it's flattened down here for bounce. So it's like such a fine line to try to hit it directly, blade it, basically. Very tough. Oh, 60 could take a little while. 55 took a while. And obviously this one doesn't go as far. Tough challenge. Maybe for some people it's they're thinking, it's not that hard, but I thought in my head before I started it, I thought it wasn't honestly going to be like that hard. Thought maybe run through it pretty quickly and did not realize like it's just so hard to even get there at this point with the 60. On 3 shots, literally on 3 shots, it's hard to get there. Not on 2, on 3, it's hard. So then makes it difficult. Don't be OB. If that's hazard, I'm starting over because I can't. There's no chance. We're gonna have to start that over. I already can't get there. I'm already struggling to get there in 3, and then if I have a hazard shot that's a penalty stroke, I had absolutely no shot. So we're gonna concede that attempt. Okay, go ball. Go, go, go. Got to really smoke this one. Smoke this next one. Give ourselves a shot at this. Go. It's in the rough. You can see I really came through that one. I crushed that. Okay. All right. We have a shot. Now it is in the rough, but this is probably our best opportunity so far with the 60. I really came through that and tried to crush it. Gotta crush this one too. Go. It's got way too much spin. Oh, all right. Try to chip in. This is going to be a tough one. I still haven't had a putt, I don't believe, with the 60. Have not been able to reach it in 3 shots. Very tough challenge. Okay. 25 yards. Not a terrible shot, but not going to get it done. I think I might have to chip in, so I should probably really be focusing on the chips because normally, I'm not necessarily thinking about chipping in from 25 yards. Not normally thinking that, but I might have to at this point because I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to the green in 3. Had tons of spin. I don't think. I got to absolutely crush this next one, but we're not looking in good shape to be able to get there. Go, 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 go. $114. Gotta crush it. So I don't even think I can get this there. And even if I do, trying to get it all the way back to the pin and hit it close when I'm swinging out of my shoes is going to be a challenge. We're going to be chipping again. Probably further back. Just keep getting too much spin. I got to stop I don't know how to, be taking more spin off of it. All right. Might have to chip in. That might be the only way we're getting this done. So 30 yards. Let's focus up. 30 yards. Let me just tell you, that's not going to get done. Oh, what did I get myself into? That might have subconsciously, I might have done that. I accidentally hit the wrong button, which was quit. It's quit game instead of select hole. I accidentally hit quit game, and maybe that was my subconscious telling me that I need to be quitting this challenge. Okay, well, got another attempt at it. Got another attempt. Try to, you just got to hit it way down there. Let's hit it. All right, let's hit way off the back foot. Let's try that. Further off the back. And that was worse. That was way worse. You know what? We're starting this over. I can already, well, yeah, there's no chance. Going to concede another one, so count that as another failed attempt. If I wasn't getting there on the other drives, I certainly wasn't getting there on that one. Go, 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 go. Okay. It's a little bit further. I think that was like 15 yards further than the last one, which is crucial. Come on. I just keep spinning the ball like crazy, and I can't take enough off it, so it's going nowhere. It's just going straight up in the air and spinning like crazy. Not going to be able to get there again. I don't know what to do here. All right. I think I figured a little bit of something out there. Hey, we're putting. We're putting for the first time. Wow. Okay. No pressure, but I've got an extremely difficult putt to finally break this challenge, or else we're starting over again. It could be another 10 tries before we get a putt at it. No pressure, though. We got this. All right. To finally complete the challenge, we've got a 42-foot putt uphill playing 45, 46 feet, breaking substantially to the right. Really would love to hold this and not have to go back to the tee box with another 60 degree. Come on. Let's make this 46 feet. Oh, should have put just a touch less break in it or hit it a little bit softer. Oh, back to the tee box. I think there's a reason why people like the pros, you don't see a lot of them teeing off on par fours with a 60 degree. I always thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, why aren't they using the 60 degree here? Why use a driver? And, this is kind of telling me why. This thing is a beast. Okay. I did figure a little bit out, I think, on the last one to get some more distance, I believe. So we're going to try that same thing. I don't think that got much more distance. In fact, it might have got less. That has roughly no chance. I guess we'll play it out and not concede it. I feel like at this point, probably should be conceding more of these, speed things along. I did hit that one better. I wish it's way left. Now we're going to concede. Because we're in the bunker that's going to play like 80%. So that's like a 160-yard shot. I mean, there's zero chance from there. So we are going to concede it. Keep these things rolling. Eventually, we're going to get there. I feel bad for anybody who is trying to keep track of how many extra tries this is taking. But you know what? It's going to feel so good when we finally accomplish the goal. It's going to feel great. Got to stick with it. Come on. Gosh, getting worse. Worse distance. We're just, I mean, we got to concede that right off the bat. We're not getting there. It's 215 yards in a row. It's like 240 yards, and we're not getting there. Got to hit a better tee shot. Come on. It's going to feel so much better when it happens. Can't believe how long this challenge is taking. It is a lot of clubs. I mean, it's 10 clubs that we're trying to make par with, 10 clubs, and some of them from this distance are incredibly difficult. Need more yards. Need more distance. We'll still try that one. It might be close enough. I mean, who knows? Maybe I just hit this next one great. So much spin. Can't stop the spin. All right. Not getting there. Not even close. Just go ahead and whack it down there. Oh, I finally figured out how to, when I hit that right off the blade too, and somehow, of course it didn't register. Oh, that's frustrating. That was smoked. That might have had a chance to get there. That's wild, of course. All right. Might as well just try to hold this one out from 66. But maybe I figured out how to blade this thing. It's really fine line. Like, you have to just hit this thing absolutely perfect. Who knows? We did almost hole one out earlier from further distance. Come on. It's not a terrible shot. It has way too much spin. That was a long shot, trying to hole out from 66 yards. Long shot, even for a pro, that would have been hard. Do we try for cart path on the tee shot? Kind of did that on one hole. Never really thought about that, but I don't know how much further that's going to get us down there. I mean, and that cart path is so small. Trying to hit that would be very difficult. Okay. All right. Bladed it. Stay out of the bunker. No! I finally got one down there, and it goes in the bunker, and it's right up against the lip. I finally got one out there by purposely blading it. Oh, that's brutal. Come on. Okay, we're getting better at blading it. We're going to go right into the other bunker. Stay out somehow. Yes. No. Okay. Oh, that was a roller coaster. It's like, yes, no, yes, no. All right. I think we've gotten maybe a little bit better at like purposely blading it. I mean, literally hitting it right off a very small target. We've got a shot. We have a shot. Come on. It's in the rough, though, so this is a 90-yard shot. 90 yards. Oh, this is really, really hard not to give up. I'm not going to lie. And that's hazard. I was going to say I could still try to hit it out of there, but we are already going for more than that was a bogey shot. That was for bogey. Oh, it's really hard to continue on with this. I'm not going to lie. We're going to do it, though. Come on. Gotta get there. Just gonna make the victory that much sweeter, right? Let's start that over. Really trying to blade it. As you could probably tell, I'm no longer trying to hit the ball. I mean, I really wasn't trying to hit the ball that high in the air. In fact, like I had my hands way forward and, closing off the club face, and it still was just going really high with a lot of spin, but we are trying to hit it off the bottom now, literally off the bottom. Blade these things. All right, did it. Stay out of the bunker. Okay. All right, let's go. It's really hard to like purposely hit it like that, and I also hope this doesn't like ruin my normal swing when I'm playing it like this. I can barely talk at this point. This is crazy. Okay, 176 yards, rough. It's not gonna come out as far. Same thing, baby. Okay, I didn't quite blade it as much, but this is by far our best chance. By far our best chance. What do we have? What yards do we have? 80 yards. Okay, 80 yards. Trying to figure out how to play this. Cannot hit this thing off the hosel, that's for sure. Cannot hit it off the hosel. That's what I literally just said. We got to chip at it. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm like trying so many different swing things that like now I can't even hit a normal shot. Like that should have been a normal shot, and I can't even hit that right off the hosel. Second time in a row on the normal. I'm really messing up my swing, I think. 45 yards. Maybe? I thought that was going to kick right. Really thought that was going to kick right. It'd been a cool way to do it. Finish it off, even with a hosel shot, finish it off with a hole out from like 45. All right, another attempt. I got to get better at I don't know what I'm doing on my approach shots. Just hitting that thing off the hosel. Okay, try this again. Go. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Oh, of course it goes in the bunker. Of course it rolled in the bunker. But, man, that takes 80% off. I think we could have gotten this to maybe even like not a full lob wedge. Stay out of the bunkers. Stay. Oh, stop. Okay. Oh, all right. We're finally figuring it out. It took me forever, didn't it? Took me forever. Now we've got 62. All right. Come on, baby. I'm ready to be done with this. Aim it a little right. Come on. No, what a terrible, terrible shot. I think this is only the second putt, though, that we've had at it. I'll tell you what, though, this is an easier putt than the other ones we've had. This might, like, honestly just be straight. It's a double breaker. It's breaking a little bit left at the beginning, then a little right at the end. I think maybe I need to aim it just a touch out to the left. Maybe not, though. No, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave this as a straight putt. 48. All right. Come on. We can finally finish the challenge here. It's a long putt, but it's really not hopefully crazy difficult. We've got I got to play this 53 feet or so. Come on. I will finish this challenge. I will finish this challenge. I'm glad I stopped counting a long time ago on how many tries this has taken. Very glad for that. I think we're getting a little bit better though. We're kind of figuring out. I mean, I'm not going to be able to do it perfectly every time. It's a very thin area that I'm trying to hit the ball with on my club. Very thin area, so it's not easy by any means. And then we also have to avoid bunkers. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. We are getting better. We're getting better. I wish I would have figured this out a long time ago. I'm going to try to do the same thing. And honestly, with how far I hit that last shot, we could maybe get up there pretty close. We might be doing it. Come on. Just hit a good one. Hit a good one. When I say hit a good one, hit a blade, a straight blade. That would be a good one here. Get past the bunker. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's not the best, but we got 38 yards. But now this is for, okay, so we've had 38 yards a lot, but I had to make it. Literally had to make it to par. Now we just have to get up and down. Up and down. Come on. Up and down for the par. 39 yards. Hopefully we give ourselves an easy putt. Every time I have an opportunity, I hit like a couple good shots. I hit a terrible one like that. That's terrible. But we are fortunate, a little lucky here, because this is not going to break much. We can make this. We can make this. I'm so ready to be done with this. All right, 28 feet. Come on, baby. It's uphill, but it plays like 28 feet. Hit it straight. Please, please. Yes, we did it. There were times where I did not think that was going to happen. I am so thankful that I figured out that I need to hit it. I mean, just directly off the blade, which is a very small target to hit. Extremely small. So it wasn't easy. Like, even knowing that's what I need to do, it still was extremely difficult. So, wow, that was crazy. I think that was about almost an hour and 40 minutes on the live to get through all my clubs. But we finally did it. We stuck with it and got it done. Driver through 60 degree, every single club. We used only that club for the entire hole. Tried to get par or better on the famous 9th hole at St. Andrews, which is a shorter par 4. It's really hard with the 60, 55 and 60, trying to get it there. But we finally did it. That was brutal, though. I'm not sure I'm going to do another one of those for a while. But please tune in tomorrow. I go live every single day, Monday through Friday, at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I go live here on YouTube. Love to hear from you guys in the chat. Love to interact with you while I'm doing this. Also, big shout out to X Golf O'Fallon, Missouri is where I'm at right now. Staff here is fantastic. I love the facilities. I believe X Golf has the best simulators out there. There's all kinds of courses you can play, lots of cool features, automatic tee height. It can remember the tee height, the exact tee height for every single person. No bending down to pick up the ball. You press a button, tees it up for you. Just fantastic facilities that they have at X Golf. Highly recommend it. But thank you guys so much for joining. That was quite the challenge. I think maybe even my longest video yet. And it took a lot out of me. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. God bless, guys.